I don't know about you guys. This is E Major. I don't know about you guys, but before I even chop up my collard greens, I like to let it sit in some water because it's like gritty and you feel like the grit in your fingertips or what have you. So I also like to take a lime or several limes and some vinegar. Vinegar of any choice that you like to use. I like to use rice vinegar or what have you. And I'm just going to cut up a lemon. Make sure the seeds are out of it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze it in my hand, so that has no lemon, so no little seeds in it. So you're putting that all over. Okay. Basically, me, like I said, I don't like it's all that gritty feeling or whatever. So we're gonna make sure it's clean, and the acidity is what gets it out. All that grit. So with that, I'm just making sure that it's in the water and it's covering it, so I add pressure. Then another thing with the rice vinegar or what have you, it's also gonna although what's gonna happen is that you're gonna rinse this off and you're gonna chop it accordingly how you want it to be chopped, but it also still has that little bit of flavor of the vinegar. So yeah, and it makes it tender too. So we're going to pour some of that there. Not too much. I mean, choose whatever vinegar products you want to. Choose hell. Don't use none. It's up to you, you know. But me and Babe have to make sure our greens are cleaned. So I'm going to add some more water. Okay. And we're going to have that to sit. And once you chop up your greens, you do that process again. And that's what happens. So we're going to let this sit about a good 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to chop up the greens. We're going to peel it or what have you. And then we're going to chop up the greens. Let it soak again for an additional 10 minutes. And then we're going to get to cooking. So stay tuned. You know, a lot of hand action. Stay tuned. So the collard greens are already cut up. You cut them up to the size you want to cut them up to. Remember, they're going to shrink. So I like my collard greens to be, now, of a certain size. But, yeah, we're doing a lemon process again. That's the sink. The water's going down. This technique is to catch the lemon seeds, in case anybody wondering. So we did that. So I use hot to cold water. It's whatever you can stand. And we're going to just take them and just try to turn them over. Turn them over. Over. Don't worry, the sink is clean. Catch them. And we clean. And so we again doing this process, let it soak. I cut them. So we let it soak again. Okay. So as we let them soak, now we're going to cut up the ingredients that we use for the vegan collard greens. Okay? Be right back. I have 4 garlic cloves. You can put how many you want. Chop off this end piece right here. Chop it up to the size you want. I was trying to get a little professional, you know what I mean? Changed my mind. I find that when you're making vegan greens, you get more flavor out of it when you leave it like big like that, as opposed to like mincing it or chopping it finely. And knowing me, because I love garlic so much and the flavor of garlic, I may add some more, I'm not sure. We are going to add garlic powder to it, so yeah. So these are the 4 pieces. I say, you could put how many you feel like you want to. It depends on your taste. your matter of taste, so preference. So there we go. We have that there. So the next step, Trader Joe's. We go to Trader Joe's for a lot of our products. So we have the Trader Joe olive oil, and I'm a cook that I was taught by my grandmom. So we don't do measuring. We do eye measure. So we don't do cup measure. So it's basically eye measure. I would say that's about 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. Add that garlic. Basically, seasoning the oil. So you let that sit for a while. This is our first time trying this particular brand. They didn't have the brand we usually use. So, yeah. Liquid Smoke is the alternate ingredients that vegans use to get that smoky flavor. So, that's about a tablespoon and a half. Still filming? Okay. I don't stir, I just shake it around, get all that flavoring. Then I start adding the greens. I told you I like a lot of garlic. Again, you put more Liquid Smoke. So right now I'm not mixing it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it cook to it gets low. And once it gets low, then I start stirring it about or what have you. But right now, I just wanted to steam and cook and get all those flavors that draw up to the greens. And then once they come to a certain consistency and draw up, because you know right now this pot looks full, but like in the next few minutes, it's going to look like I barely put anything in it. So when it comes to that point, that's when I start stirring it around. Stay tuned. So babe finished putting in the rest of the collard greens, and we're going to let that simmer down. And it's going to chill, and we'll be back. Yes, and this is garlic. This is not salt. So just want you guys to know. Because it may look like salt to the average eye, yeah, but it's garlic. We don't know. No high blood pressure over here, okay? We love garlic. Stay tuned. They're almost done. I taste them. It tastes good. So, yeah. Stay tuned.